If you saw my last couple of videos, you'll know that I've been playing TCG Card Shop Simulator and I've been modding it and understanding how the mods work. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can make a billboard. You're probably asking, is it easy? Short answer, yeah, it's very easy. Long answer is, it's a little more complicated than that, but it's not a bad complicated. If you can read a recipe, you can do this. It's not hard. It's actually a lot easier than it looks. Let's get started. The first question you should be asking is, what do I need? Before you can even think about making a billboard, you need what's called Asset Bundle Extractor 3.0 Beta 1 64-bit. More than likely, you're probably on a 64-bit computer. You're going to be downloading this one right here. If you're on a 32-bit system, download it. When you get it downloaded in your downloads, go ahead and hit extract to that folder. I would highly suggest that you take that folder and put it into your program files somewhere. Put it in, just drag and drop it into program files x86 so that way you don't lose it and you don't have to worry about where it's at. As you see, mine's right here. What you can do now, right click it, you're going to go down to send. Click on desktop. You'll send it to your desktop and it should look like this. Now that we've got that, the next thing you're going to do is open up Steam. Go find TCG Card Shop Simulator and you're going to right click it, go to manage, browse local files. You're going to want this file right here, this folder. Open it up. We're going to need this folder in general. What I highly recommend is making a folder called My Assets. Just in case you accidentally delete it or something messes up, you can go get it back again. You can also fix the integrity of it as well just by right-clicking and telling it to check the integrity, but that's another video for another time. What I've done is I've got two of them right here. This is the original asset data, and this is mine, just in case if anything were to happen to the current one. Which actually, we're going to delete these, and we're going to replace them with these, just in case. Now that we understand how to do that, you're going to need to make sure that this is here, and we're going to go up to the top, and we're going to right-click, go to copy, minimize this, we're going to now open up Asset Bundle Extractor. This will be your best friend in all of this. You're going to go to File, Open, and mine already leads there, but if it doesn't, let's say it leads to Documents or wherever, you can do it right here or right here, doesn't matter. Let's say, for instance, it's under the Steam section right here, and you're like, oh no, I don't know where to go. Hit Control-V on your keyboard. You can also hit, you can highlight it all and right-click and hit Paste. When it does, it'll bring this up. This is the one that you want for the banner, well, billboard. Open it up. Now you see this. It should already have Select All, but if it doesn't have Select All, click that. This is sorted by name, container, type, file ID, path ID, size or bytes, because these are literal bytes, and modified. I would highly recommend pulling this out a little bit on the type because it'll help you, but the path ID is what you want. It's the easiest to look for. Now you can do this two different ways. Path ID, you're looking for 1012. Now, if it's not 1012 for some strange reason in the future, another fast way to locate it is to go by name. It should go in alphabetical order, and you can click it twice, which will rearrange it top to bottom or bottom to top. Now you should be able to find billboard again. But remember, as you see, it's all going to be mixed up right here. It's not going to be the same. As you see right here, 1012 again, this is just in case you can't find it. It's not the material, you want the texture. This will just make it a lot easier in the long run to locate. If you can remember where it's going to be sitting, like for billboard for 1012, you should be able to find it with no problem each time. Now that I've got that open, we're going to go over here to plugins. We're going to go to edit. We're going to go to load. As you see, I've got multiple. However, we're going to load this one up specifically so you understand where a couple things are. When you double click it, it should automatically go into the program. Click OK. Click OK again. We're going to go to File, Apply and Save All. As you see, you're not going to be able to save over this file because it's currently opened in Asset Bundle Extractor. So what you're going to do is make sure that the end of it will say Assets. At the beginning of it, just add an extra S for a minute. Close the program, open up Card Shop Simulator data again, and this time you're going to delete this one. You don't need it. Make sure to rename it back to the original file name, as in Shared Assets 1, because if you don't, the game will not run properly and it will crash. Like I said before, if you have to, make a copy of the two assets as you have 0 and 1, make a copy of them and put them in a folder like I do where it says .mine. In a lot of games and a lot of programs, if you're going to have stuff like this and you don't want a program to read that folder, putting a period before it often should work. This is also an Android trick as well. Once you have that set up, go ahead and load up the game. Load up any shop that you're going to be playing. As you can see, it definitely loads up everything I need to know. This is the left. This is the right. If you're a little confused on how things are sitting in this, I'll try my best to explain it. I'll make this look a lot cleaner over time, but at the moment, you're gonna see what you see. So obviously, this one right is the tune right there, and this one is that one. Right in the center is where it says Earth 92. Unfortunately, you don't see the gold, which is a bummer, but that's no big deal at the moment. We'll work with that another time. Which actually, that might be the naming right there, actually might be the name. It might be the color. But as you can see, you can change the color of pretty much everything here. As you saw in the very beginning of this, it looked great, did it not? Exactly. These right here are actually the lights. The green and purple here are the bottom and top. This one looks pretty good too, because she's actually going to be on the right side. Now you are probably asking, well, how can I make it look like that? How do I work with that? What I'm going to do is I'm going to recreate this entire thing the way that you see it, and I'm going to give you a guide in how to run it. If you don't have a program like I do, like Camtasia, this may not work for you, but if you have Krita, it may work for you. Just remember where some assets are and things like that, and the guide should be able to help you along. Well, the guide, the grid, whatever you want to call it. As you see right here, this grid's whole entire purpose is to be able to show you where everything is. So let's go over a couple things real quick with this grid. At the very top of it, where you have that first line, that's the main line of the top. Now you can extend it all the way out, and that's no big deal, you definitely can. So what we're actually going to do, I'm going to fix this grid right here. We're going to remove this. And because we learned that I actually can make this technically bigger, that's great, because what I want to do, I've got so much extra space that I can use right here. I can use all of this. So what I'm going to do, what is that set to? We're going to remove this bottom piece, because we actually don't need it. One of the biggest downsides about this that you're going to run into constantly is trying to understand exactly where the box lies. Now, you can say you could cut this in half and go, okay, well, this is 410 by 410 is what the project settings on this look like, because that's what this says. So, but what is that double? Now you've got 410 by 820. That's what you realistically want. You want it one long bar, but you also have to know where the cutoff is. The problem is you're not really working with a full cutoff because of the second bar and everything. As you saw where my guide is. And because of that guide, you're not going to be able to put a lot of stuff exactly where you want. But you're probably asking, is this part considered negative space? This is the essential grid. But what can I put right there? Can we test it? Why not? Let's put some letters right there and just see what happens. And just in case this might also be messed up and it's split up in two sections, we're going to be doing that all the way down the line. So let's take this and we're going to copy it. My thought is that maybe that's probably also on the other side. So. Now, unless you're severely OCD like me, you're probably never going to truly notice it. But that's no big deal if it doesn't bother you, but then again, I'll see what I can do about making it line up as perfect as possible. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be a mod out yet to only do the banner, but we can keep trying and keep making it and trying to keep working it. There are some other mods that do allow some minor editing, but this is probably going to be easier in comparison only because you're going to be just ever so slightly making it a little bit more and more. But I do hope that in all of this that you learned how to make a billboard, and I hope that it comes out as good as you want it to. We'll find out later. Who knows? Maybe you will make an amazing billboard and you got this down better than I do. And I hope that you do. I hope that you learned something and how to do this in the amount of time that it took me to do it. On my end, it says 30 minutes. I just hope that I edited this down by a lot because I really will hate myself if I can't make it simpler than that. But aside from that, I hope that this tutorial was useful. I hope that you learned something from it, and I hope that you'll come back to any of my videos anytime that I make them. So until then, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and come back, like I said, anytime that you want. I'll be waiting. Later.